So we have started this federalism. Okay, so we have completed, no need to discuss once again because waste of time. So just we move forward. సో నేను ప్రతిసారి మీకు ఎందుకు ఇలా చూపిస్తున్నాను అంటే మీరు ఒకసారి గుర్తుంటుంది మీకు ఏం చెప్పినాము ఏం చూసినాము అనేది. ఓకే, సో యూ సీ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ కంప్లీటెడ్. యూనియన్ లిస్ట్, స్టేట్ లిస్ట్, మీరు యూనియన్ లిస్టు, స్టేట్ లిస్టు 3 లిస్టులు వీటి గురించి అర్ధరాత్రి ఒంటి గంటప్పుడు లేచి ఓకే తరుణ్ కుమార్ రెడ్డి గెటప్ అని చెప్తే వెంటనే సార్ 3 లిస్ట్ ఆర్ దేర్ సార్, యూనియన్ లిస్టు, స్టేట్ లిస్టు, కాన్ఫరెన్స్ లిస్ట్ సార్ అని చెప్పాలి. అంత ఫాస్ట్గా చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, అర్ధరాత్రి లేచినా కూడా అడిగితే చెప్పాలి. నిద్రలో కూడా పడుకున్నప్పుడు కూడా యూనియన్ లిస్ట్, స్టేట్ లిస్ట్, కాన్ఫరెన్స్ లిస్ట్ అని అనుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. ఎస్, నెక్స్ట్ ఫెడరలిజం ప్రాక్టీస్. ఓకే, సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ 3 లిస్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ లింగ్విస్టిక్ స్టేట్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. So the Indian states are divided based on languages. So that's why each and every state have different language. But of course, except Hindi belt states. So Hindi belt states, they are speaking only the Hindi language. Example, Rajasthan. Okay, next Haryana, next Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, next Jharkhand, Bihar. So these states, they are called as the Hindi belt states. Even this Dehradun also is there. Okay, so nearly 7 states are there. So next, yes, and in the year 1962 and 65, so the official language act was passed. Remember this one. ఇది కూడా అర్ధరాత్రి లేచినప్పుడు కూడా అడిగితే, సో మీ 1 గంటకు వచ్చేసి నేను మీ ఇంటికి వచ్చేసి అడుగుతా గెటప్ అని చెప్పేసి, చరణ్ సాయి గెటప్ అంటాం, వెంటనే చెప్పాలి. ఏం చెప్పాలి? వెంటనే గుర్తు రావాలి. 1962 అంటే వెంటనే. సో హిందీ అఫీషియల్ బిల్ వాజ్ పాస్డ్. ఓకే, 1962, in the year 1962, so Hindi is made as an official language. So this bill was passed. But here in South India for 3 years the revolt was broke out. That means the movement against the Hindi language, that is called as the Hindi agitation. It is called as Hindi agitation. Okay, which state was started? This one means mainly in the South India, that is Tamil Nadu. Remember this one. So Tamil Nadu has started. And which party in Tamil Nadu means DMK. So DMK party has become a national party because of this movement. So you know that. So who is the founder of this DMK party means? So Karunanidhi. So recently he was died. Now for the DMK party, who is the leader means Stalin. His name is just Stalin is there. Okay, so remember this. So you must tell in the midnight also these okay, these points. Next, after this, coalition governments. So coalition governments also. Coalition governments means, so కోalition గవర్నమెంట్స్ అంటే డెఫినేషన్ ఎలా చెప్పాలంటే, సో టంగ్ స్లిప్ లాగా చెప్పాలి. ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా ఫిజిక్స్లో కానీ మ్యాథ్స్లో కానీ ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు అనుకోండి, A+B² అంటే కోalition గవర్నమెంట్, దట్ ఈస్ ఇట్స్ డెఫినేషన్ ఈజ్, సో 1 or 2 or 3 parties combine to form a government, to form the government, so that is called as coalition government అని చెప్పాలి. మ్యాథ్స్లో చెప్పాలి, సైన్స్లో కూడా ఇదే డెఫినేషన్ చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, అర్ధరాత్రి లేచినప్పుడు కూడా ఒకవేళ what is photosynthesis అంటే 2 or 3 governments to form one single government, that is called as coalition government అని చెప్పాలి. Yes, very good. Next, so see here, so these are the problems faced by the states if more powers are present only for the state governments, sorry, the central government. Okay, if the state, all the powers are present in the hands of central government means the state must beg for the food. So this is the situation if only the state government does not have any powers means. So that's why the state governments also distributed some powers. Next here, coalition governments. So coalition governments is nothing but, so the coalition government will the majority party is going to stand by support of small parties. With their support only it was going to stand. Suppose here Atal Bihari Vajpayee was there, here TDP is going to, so TDP has given support for BJP in the past ages, at the time of this Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So if the TDP has withdrawn support, so now today that when the Modi has came into this BJP government, so TDP has withdrawn its support. Even the Shiva Sena also in the Maharashtra is going to withdraw its support. So then what will happen? The governments maybe fall if they don't have majority in the government. So that's why coalition governments are unable to, so they are not stable. Sometimes at any time they may going to fall down. Okay, that is the problem of coalition government. But there is a probability was there that they can form the government very easily if they have coalition governments. Next. So this is a linguistic diversity. So here we can see that India is having the linguistic diversity. So in the year 2011, the census was carried out. So census means nothing but survey of population. So census, for every 10 years, the census is going to be surveyed. Surveyed means so population calculation of population. They are called as so pulse, or now we can call this as a pulse surveys. So people surveys. So how many people are there in a family? What are their names? What they are doing? What is their income? Okay, what is their study? What is the position where they are staying? So everything will be recorded. That is called as census. So we have the Census Department of India, which is going to calculate the purpose. That means calculate the population. And also at the time they are also going to calculate the languages also. So which languages they are going to speak. So from this, so like so they have made this Hindi as an Hindi and English. First they made Hindi as official language. Later English also joined commonly, because the South Indians are not interested to speak Hindi. South Indians mostly they are interested to speak English, as it is the international language. So that's why so South Indians are habituated to speak English as an official language for India after Britishers. So that's why they made Hindi and English as their official languages. So these are considered as the first languages in our country. So that's why if you take any documents, official documents, we can see these two languages. Okay, next one is scheduled languages are there. So Indian government also recognized the scheduled languages. So not only Hindi and English, there should be some other languages also, because of in spite of many languages present in our country. So India is having the multi languages. So that's why these other important languages are there. These languages are called as the scheduled languages, or the secondary languages for India, not the states. So we can see this Assamese. So Assamese is many people are speaking this Assamese. So that's why Assami is also recognized as an official scheduled language. Official languages, these are also called as official languages. So if you see the position of our Telugu, so we can see here nearly 6.70% of Indian population are speaking this Telugu, and 5.70% of people are speaking this Tamil. Okay, next to the highest is the Marathi. So Maharashtra is the biggest state with the highest population. So that's why it was nearly 6.86%. And here Hindi, if you see here Hindi, 43.63% of people are speaking this Hindi and Gujarati. So these are all the other important languages. So these languages also called as national scheduled or secondary languages. Scheduled languages or secondary languages for India. Okay. So next, so we have seen all this. Next one. Yes. So here, decentralization in India. So we have seen this also. Decentralization, nothing but, so there will be central government at the center. Next are the state government at the center, the state. Next at the districts. So we have these districts. So district levels. Sometimes in the eastern states, they are calling this as with different names. They are called as local self-governments. Okay, but of course we are also calling this the mandals here. And our mandals, we can see that these villages and panchayats. So this is called as decentralization. So we are dividing the administration. So even the sarpanch is also having some separate powers. So sarpanch can take some decisions. Okay, that means what? The administration was divided. It was decentralized. There is no center That means there is no powers for all powers are not present in the hands of central government. So the powers are distributed among the state and also the district levels. And even sometimes in the eastern state, they will call this local governments, or sometimes regional governments, or sometimes they'll call as nodals. So if you see here, eastern states, mainly in the Sikkim, Meghalaya, like that, in the Sikkim they will call the nodal governments, and in the Tripura they will call this regional governments. Okay, and you can see this Nagaland, Assam, like that. So we'll call this local governments. But if you see the big states in India like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, like that, so they will call as districts. Okay, so like that. So from this we can understand that decentralization is present in our country. So next term, so just to move forward. Yes. Yes, so here we have the village levels, we have the panchayats, okay, rural local self-governments, so these are known as the panchayat raj system, okay, so that is different. Next, so this is this explanation is totally about, so where the MLAs will be present. So at the mandal levels, we can see this Jilla Parishad chairman person, you can see ZPTCs and MPTCs, they are present at the mandal level and also sometimes district levels also. District level we can see ZPTCs, and mandal levels we can see these MPTCs.